right. Howdy, y'all. My name is Rory. My pronouns are he, they. I'm a white passing or a white Arab transmasculine person. I have short red hair and glasses. I'm wearing a white button down shirt with some jewelry. And today I have a colorful blanket behind me. What I'm going to be reading from is a YA novel that I'm working on that features multiple POVs, one of which is the house that the characters live in. The house has always been a Caspar Hauser house. It was built that way. Some say houses come into being when their foundations are laid, when it is decided exactly who and what will haunt them. Other schools of thought might argue that the house begins at conception, that intent to build is as good as building itself. Regardless, the house opens its eyes in the world of the living and is already inhabited. It wakes up haunted. Its dream is unending. This house has languished unoccupied for a long while. It sleeps and wakes and sleeps again. It feels the millions, trillions, quintillions of tiny creatures breathing in its bones. The house listens to the heartbeats of birds and bats, crickets and squirrels, the termites that nibble its beams. The house lets them eat. Years pass. A decade is nothing to an empty house, who knows how to measure time only by the comings and goings of its inhabitants. Its beams rot, its shingles peel away. A neighborhood springs up around it, and the other houses look at this one with pity and maybe quiet, grudging respect. The children who live in these other houses walk past. They look at the caved-in roof and the smashed-in windows, and they whisper that perhaps this house is haunted. The house thinks they are aware on some level of its loneliness. The house is sleeping the day he comes. Dark hair, dark eyes, nose like a crow's beak. It's summer and his little car sends up clouds of dust where it trundles down the front path as far as the weeds will allow, which isn't far. The driver's side door slams shut, and the house feels the vibrations rattling around inside it, and still it does not wake. A second man gets out of the car, followed by two women in the back seat. The others look between the house and each other, unsure, but the driver marches right up to the front door as if he owns the place. Turns out he does, but this, too, the house will find out later. The driver reaches out to place a hand on the doorknob. The rusty metal feels warm to the touch, feels good in his palm, made for him. His nearness, here-ness, thrums through the house, sends a great shiver up its frame. The house opens its eyes for him, drops its defenses. The front door swings open, and the driver steps over the threshold. He stoops, examining the chipped paint on the doorframe with incredible scrutiny. "What are you doing?" asks the woman with red hair. "When we have kids," he tells her, eyes never leaving the doorframe, "I'm going to mark their height against this wall right here as they grow up." He points, nodding. His hand rises, then falls. 4 feet, 5 feet, 5.5, 6. Over by the car, his friends laugh, startled by the boldness and the sincerity of it. They don't realize he's serious, but the house believes him. Already it loves his children and would die for them. The house has been watching him carefully, and it has already drawn its conclusions. Luther Caspar Hauser is unlike his long-dead ancestor in almost every way. The house can see the thread of cunning that runs through him, the kind of cunning that holds someone together, holds them upright like a puppet on a string. This man is chasing something. This man is charming and audacious and loyal. He's got a mean streak. He's got a thorn in his side that he pretends isn't there. He's so crooked that if he swallowed a nail, he'd spit out a corkscrew, and the house loves him fiercely. The house is already rearranging itself in subtle ways, bending its warped baseboards back into position, reassembling its buckled tiles to accommodate a resident for the first time in long decades. Upstairs, where no one can see, a crack in a bathroom mirror seals itself shut, the seam where one glass shard meets another, melting back together like metal teeth clenching in a zipper.